Hey, Anne Marie, welcome. Thanks for hopping on our chat today to let our audience and our followers get to know you. Can you tell
Hey,
us,
Lori.
hey, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Anne Marie, and I am one of the co-founders of Kids Connected, along with my brother Tony. And I'm a practicing attorney. I've got 3 children. My husband is self-employed, so we are constantly juggling all kinds of things. But since starting this business with my brother and launching Kids Connected, it's just been a lot of fun.
That's so awesome. Well, what led up to starting this business with your brother?
All right. Well, the pandemic had a lot to do with it. There was a day last March when I'm sure many of you can relate to this. My children were sent home on a Friday and told not to come back to school. They were not allowed to go to playgrounds. They weren't able to go to play places. Their, friends were basically being kept away from other children in an effort to figure out what exactly was going on in the world. And so my children were very isolated and they were very unhappy. But they were really enjoying being able to connect via video with their friends, and the way that they really embraced the technology was really surprising to me. And it was, I just thought, what a great way to connect children and do it in a meaningful way. So I called Tony, who's my brother, the co-founder, one day last March or April, and I said, this is something that I would really like to see be available in the marketplace for my children to utilize. And so there, Kids Connected was born.
That is so awesome. And I'm so thankful that it was born because I look up to you guys. I love the concept. I love the platform. And I think it is just perfect for all kids, even digital learning or not, homeschooling or public schooling. I love it. I
Oh,
love
well,
it.
thank you, Lori. We could not have done it without you.
Oh, thanks. I don't know. So before Kids Connected in the pandemic, what were you doing? And is this your first business?
It is not. So I am an attorney. I've been an attorney for a little over 12 years. And so I was employed before the pandemic. I was employed after the pandemic, but I left my law firm that I was working at and started my own law firm back in October, in the midst of building Kids Connected. And my husband, I mentioned earlier, I believe he's also self-employed and runs his business. And I help him with a lot of the back end things for his business, all that glamorous stuff like bookkeeping and scheduling, etc. So we basically got 3 businesses now, but it's so much fun. It's so enjoyable. It's really great to build something from the ground up, and really get to put some thought into what you would like to see, what I would like to see in the marketplace out there with Kids Connected and with my other businesses. So they're all a lot of fun, but a lot of moving parts.
Yes. And your family benefits, and that's one thing, right? Because your kids have taken some classes.
Yes, my
Yes.
6-year-old, he wants to be an artist when he grows up. And so his favorite that he's found so far are some of the art classes on Kids Connected. He really, really enjoys those and loves showing off his art at the end of each class. He's taken several other types. My older son, he's more into computers and gaming and things like that. And so that's the thing that he's attracted to on Kids Connected. And of course, we've got the ones with the physical activity. Those have my 4-year-old. His attention span, not as great as his brother's, but he really loves the ones where he gets to go shake and wiggle. So it's so much fun.
That's so great. Yeah, your kids are awesome. I love the energy and our classes. I mean, it is a perfect fit. What is your vision moving forward for Kids Connected?
I am, Kids Connected was born because I am my target market. I'm a busy mother. I live in Atlanta, and Atlanta traffic, it was gone for a few months, but now it's back. And so for someone like me, what I value in Kids Connected is the convenience of having something for my children to do that I otherwise wouldn't be able to provide them at home, and not having to drive across town to do it or forego certain extracurriculars because we just don't have the time to fit it in. There's certain things that we'd never be able to do online. For example, my oldest son is in diving. That's important that we get out of the house. Coding, we can do that at home. Baseball, my middle child has to be out of the house, but for art classes, he doesn't. And so as a consumer, what my vision is to be able to hop on Kids Connected and build a community full of people, so that there's something out there for every child throughout the day, whether it's someone like me who's busy and wants the convenience of it, or someone that's supplementing a homeschool curriculum. I want it to be a place where people can go during the day, connect with other children, and find activities that they enjoy or that they benefit from, just in terms of some educational content, if it's something that you're looking at to develop the more educational side. And so we're building towards that, and I'm really thankful for the community that we've built so far, and I hope we continue to grow, but in a meaningful way for everyone.
Love it. I love it. I love your vision.
Thank you.
And I also love that, of course, that you're working with Tony. You're both phenomenal. What advice, though, would you give our young women audience? I know you've got three boys, I've got three boys, but you're such an inspiration with your three moving business, moving parts with all your businesses. Um, there's young women out there that may or may not know that they would like to become an entrepreneur.
Oh, well, thank you for those nice things, Lori. The one thing that I would say is don't be afraid to take risks. Of course, my risks have all been calculated and somewhat careful. I like to think that quitting my job in October was a calculated and careful maneuver. But, don't be afraid to take risks, because I think as women, we tend to be the ones that make sure the ship is staying afloat. That may be an unfair thing to say, but and it lends itself to making more cautious decisions. But taking risks, there's a place for it, and I'm in such a great place right now, and so happy with the decisions and the risks that I've taken, including this business with my brother. It has been so fun and so enjoyable to do it, but it's not without some anxiety that these things are done. And so don't be afraid to take risks, ladies.
Thank you for that, Anne Marie. So amazing. And keep up all the hard work. You're doing such great things. Kids Connected is doing such great things. And I appreciate you.
All right. Well, thank you, Lori. And we could not have done it without you. I meant that.
Oh, thanks, Anne Marie. Have a
Right.
great day.
You too.